part 17, episode probably, 59
Sick.
of Red Hall.
You pull that out of your ass?
I think I'm right, though. I think it's somewhere around that.
You're pretty close.
Doesn't mean it's wrong.
Jesse.
Yeah.
You wake to the soft sound of one that you're familiar with.
Yeah.
Of rain pittering and pattering on the window of your rent-by-the-month motel room.
I love it.
The curtains are drawn, and a wisp of gray light casts itself over your bed, cutting your bed in two between darkness and the faint glow of an orange light that you left on, spilling in from your bedroom door.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day, you feel. Yesterday you got a lot done that you needed to do, and what's most important is your mind stayed away from everything awful. Actually, you know what? Gain one sanity back.
Oh, I would love to.
For taking a day off.
For taking a day.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the one good part about Sam. She's still super sane for all she's been through.
Hey, how heavy is the rain today?
Not that heavy.
Light
it's
rain?
just rain, yeah. Heavy.
It's about 4 pounds.
Yep. You do, however, are very well aware at this point now, a sinking feeling in your gut that Sam has still not contacted you, even though the hospital said she would be in. You've also not heard from Jake, which is no surprise. You've also not heard from Aaliyah, which is also no surprise.
Yeah.
Really, your only friend is Sam, and now Karen.
Together.
I liked Richard.
Yeah, he died pretty early. And you also did not like him.
You didn't.
You didn't like anyone then.
Yeah, you don't like anybody, ever.
So,
Sam is the closest.
I'm going to start with you.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Today?
Yeah.
What do I want to do? I guess, man, taking a day was nice. Let's take a, no.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, we can.
Let's go get green onion cakes, Eric's favorite session to roleplay. I've got 2 cell phones, burner cell phones. I really don't have much going on besides Sam, and I think I knew a little bit about some constellation thing, but that's like more of a Jake thing. I guess maybe I should I'll shoot Jake just like a message, real quick message, be like, where are we at with cases? If he doesn't respond, I don't give 2 shits.
Sure.
It's more of a nice
Mike is not here, so we cannot respond.
Just actually send him a text message right now.
Yeah. So I'll do that just to keep in touch. Sam still hasn't gotten back to me. It's Sunday?
Sunday.
March 24th. Spring has sprung.
You know what? I have no idea if you're religious or not, Karen, that is, so I'm not going to bother you.
Yeah, specify, because today I'm 2 people.
Yeah, so I'm not going to bother you till after church time.
Sure.
Just in case. I don't want to call you in the middle of Mass or
How
whatever.
considerate of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Nah.
so I guess maybe I will, I'm going to do the private investigator thing. I'm going to go to Sam's, but I'm not going to try to like contact her.
Sure.
I'm going to be like, how many newspapers are in her mailbox and stuff?
Sure, that sounds great. That sounds great. All right, so then we're going to have you drive over, and then Megan, I'm going to ask you, who do you want to start with? Are we going to default to Sam, or are we going to go to Karen?
Yeah, we'll play Mass.
She's not going to church, damn it.
I think she's pretty religious. She seems strict.
She seems religious.
Oh, that's
little do you know.
Ticks one of James's boxes. Strict older women.
That's a few boxes.
I guess Sam, like, I can't think of anything Karen would do,
Sure.
like, of note, aside from...
Sure, I mean, Karen was built as the replacement for Sam.
Yeah.
So.
Like, well, yeah, she was. I mean, she's turned into her own character, but, like, she's only connected because of Holden.
Yes.
And Holden hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Jesse hasn't contacted me. So.
We'll go to Sam. I assume, did you go back to your own house after the events at the
Yeah, so we went to the warehouse, picked
then,
up clothes and a car and money.
Yeah.
So I assume...
You got money from Reinhardt.
I also...
You texted...
I promptly spent it all on a phone, and then...
That's right, then you texted Matt Turnbull.
Matt, among other people.
Yes.
But then I got a loan from Jake.
Yeah.
So I assume she, like, got house keys cut or picked up a spare set from her landlord. and started the process of like replacing IDs and all that kind of stuff. So that would have been the remainder of that day, and then probably just would have gone home.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then, for it to be thematic as we always want to do here, you're up at around the same time that Jesse was up. The same pitter patter of rain on your window. The same yellow glow coming from the sky around you that you recognize as something completely new, but at the same time all together familiar for you. But when you open the curtains, which I assume you do,
Naturally.
the sky is just toned gray and the yellow color is gone.
How strange. Yeah, I would totally take a picture of the rain running down my window with my
Sounds
new
good.
camera.
Yes. Sounds good. That's right. Sam's a photographer now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
I got a camera as a gift and feel compelled to use it.
Who gave you a camera?
Ah, that's a great question. Sam thinks it's Jake.
All right.
He's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So while you're walking around,
Yeah, just have
getting
like
ready,
normal morning, eat breakfast,
you
shower.
pulled it outside. Why don't
Yeah.
you give me a spot hidden check?
Oh yeah, 35. Am I good at that? Yeah, I am. 44. I've passed.
You actually, the private eye wizard that you are,
Yeah.
you notice immediately that's Sam walking around her apartment.
Wizard.
All right. Maybe I'll just shoot her a text real quick and just be like,
Maybe I'll just shoot her.
yeah, maybe I'll just shoot her. Just be like, what's going on?
She doesn't.
Question mark.
She doesn't answer
Yeah,
because you don't have her current phone number.
yeah, but I'm just like, what the fuck? She's screening me.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, son of a bitch. Yeah, I guess that we'll just park and buzz. Bzz, 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 bzz.
There's a bzz, 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 bzz.
Hello?
It's Sam.
Hello?
Who is this?
It's Jesse.
Oh, Jesse. Hi. How are you? You know what? Come on up. I'll buzz you in.
Okay.
I'm trying to see the last time you saw Jesse.
Oh, I think it would have been.
while.
March 23rd was the last session where she was kidnapped.
It might have been.
Oh no, sorry. March 19th she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Studio saving.
Upon.
Sunday
Yeah,
Square,
yeah, yeah.
Peter Schneider.
And so when he got arrested, it was the whole drama at the apartment.
Yeah.
That was the last time he got arrested.
That's right.
Good times.
Yeah, that's right. You were at the police station. That's good times. Yep.
What,
We
on the
all
19th?
were.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. That was only a few days ago.
That was 5 days ago.
That's borderline a week out.
Yeah, it's close too.
Yeah.
Closer to a week than a day.
A week and a day. A wee away.
Do you let him up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I buzz him in.
Oh, come on up. Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-bum. Knock, knock, knock.
I throw open the door and hug you.
Oh.
Like, way over exasperated. Probably, I'm sure I'm shorter than you.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm
that
size
awkward round,
80.
round the
Am
middle
I
hug.
fat?
Built. And a bit chubby.
Yeah. You drink a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you smoke, so it balances out.
I picture your build as
Dad.
the cop whose name I'm forgetting from Stranger Things. That's how I've always
Oh,
pictured.
yeah, probably. Yeah. Why can't I remember his name now? I love him.
David Harbour is the actor,
Yeah.
but I don't know the character's name. Because
Yeah.
all I have in my head is Holden.
Does get stuck there.
Shit. Hopper.
Hopper.
It's Hopper. That's why it was so hard, because it was close to Holden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I'm just, hey, all right. I'll give you like a champ pat. And be like, so where you been?
Oh my god, you have no idea. I can't, I forgot to text you. I can't believe I forgot to text you. I am so sorry.
Shut the door. Let myself in.
Yeah, I just like,
Get a water.
you know, the equivalent of like that Looney Tunes cartoon with the bulldog and the tiny dog that bounces around.
Yeah.
I'm the tiny dog right now.
Yeah.
I am so sorry I forgot to text you. I texted everybody else. I didn't even mean to. I had a terrible experience. I was kidnapped, sort of, from work at St. Meredith's. I went to work for Holden, which was a terrible idea in retrospect.
We all work for Holden now.
What is that, like the new We All Float Down Here, or
The movie has
What
come
is
out.
the all we float? What is that?
you don't watch a lot
Give
of
me a
movies, do
film
you?
studies check.
Was that art?
Yeah.
5% chance.
81. No.
No, you don't know what she's referencing.
What is it? Okay.
Never mind. It's not important.
No.
Started working at St. Meredith's.
Yeah, I got that far.
Oh, so you were looking for me as well?
Yeah, I was trying to. Well, you did send that bizarre.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I understand why you might, but I just assumed that because Aaliyah was looking for me and she got shot and the whole war thing happened, and I assumed you were a part of it. So, sorry.
I
You don't
wasn't a part of it.
You don't know about any of that, do you?
She alive?
She's yeah.
Okay.
No, she's okay. I mean, okay is kind of a loose term in the sense that she's in a hospital bed run by the Boars Club, but she seems okay with it. So
Who the?
she's got a really great morphine button. So, there's that.
Okay, two things here.
Yeah.
War doesn't go unnoticed. So what are you talking about?
You're not wrong. It was okay. So let's run back. Start at the beginning. I will go through just like telling him the process of how I got kidnapped, by whom.
Do you remember all that?
Do I need to explain it?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah.
I will actually run through it then. Okay, so I was working at St. Meredith's Hospital.
Yes.
And I had been assigned to check in on these patients on this floor for Holden.
Yeah.
And then it didn't go so well. I kind of got kidnapped by Nigel, the board member who helps run the hospital, who is not a good guy, really, in retrospect.
Why don't we-
also.
If you get kidnapped, that's a punishable criminal offense. You can take that to the cops.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Let me finish the story first.
Okay.
So, end up in a cell, and as far as I'm aware, while I'm in there, Aaliyah decides to rescue me by going to the Boars Club to.
Aaliyah's that ranger.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I forget that you didn't really know her super well. You were away for a while.
Was
You
I?
went missing.
Nah.
Weird.
I just got busy.
People go missing in this town very often.
Well.
Anyways, she decided that she was gonna save me by
Okay.
going to the Boars Club and asking for help.
And the Boars Club is?
You don't know about the Boars Club?
I do not know about the Boars Club.
Huh. Okay, so do you remember when we were figuring out the whole apartment, estates, garden view thing?
Mm-hmm.
And the pig mask got sent to Aaliyah? No.
I didn't talk to her till...
Okay. So, sorry.
She ran into the woods,
You're-
apparently, and
you're-
showed up later.
Right, you're right. I lose track of these things, okay?
Okay.
I had a very traumatic experience. I don't...
I'm not trying to diminish it. I'm just...
Oh, Jesse missed all this.
Yeah, he missed a lot. Okay, so there's a cult. I'm going to call it a cult.
Okay.
In Red Hall
Yeah.
that Aaliyah sort of became like a vessel for their tumors, for lack of a better word. She grew them in her side for them, and then they were harvested. She lived impressively, and then I guess agreed to continue to do that, and so now she's in good with this cult that seems to have some sort of sway in all the weird shit that goes on around here. So she went to them when she found out that I was missing and asked for help. And as I understand it, the boss dude in charge, Steven, who I only learned about recently myself.
Uh-huh.
Still haven't met the guy.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's gotta be this, like, big, powerful, tall, muscular dude. Anyways, he said, "Are you sure you want our help?" And Aaliyah was like, "Yeah, man, I'm sure." And then boss man Steven was like, "We go to war!" So they went to St. Meredith's to battle against Nigel and his peeps and try and rescue me.
So a cult went to a hospital to attack an administrator and doctors?
Yes. Yeah. When you're on the outside looking in, 100%.
Yeah, but like, remember that Nigel is like kind of not just an administrator.
Okay,
He's sort of like
just come here for a moment. Just come here for a moment.
I'm not comfortable with this right now.
I'm gonna do a persuade on you. No, doesn't work. Come
I'm
here.
real uncomfortable.
Get over here.
I swear I'm not crazy. I haven't technically been checked out yet, but if it'll make you feel better after I finish explaining things, we can go to Greg Gaynor, and you can witness me getting checked out in an extremely awkward situation by my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, he's kind of a
Douche!
I might be making this up, but I think he said he didn't care about you anymore.
He doesn't.
He said something pretty where I was like, oh, all right. But, yeah, we talked to him trying to find you.
And there's like a major introspective kind of breakdown moment inside.
I'm just going to, like,
Focus this
quickly, like, shine my phone flashlight in your eyes.
Stop, what?
Okay.
They react.
Yeah, what?
That's normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I am not crazy.
I'm not saying you're crazy.
I mean,
you
I
just
might
might
be,
be intoxicated.
I am not. Do you want me to finish explaining?
Yes, please.
Okay, so they go to war against Nigel, who appears to be this other force in the city. Not exactly a cult per se, but some sort of leader of something.
A man of influence.
Sure. Similar in the triad, if you will, of the leader of the board club and Holden.
And Holden is just... He's, okay, he's got connections.
Sure.
Yeah,
There you go.
I know that.
He's kind of the balance holder.
Sorry, and this Steven man is?
The leader of the board club? I just learned about him recently myself. Not really super clear on him.
Okay, board club, though, is... What else do? They just meet up in the woods, do cult shit?
I'm not
Send people pig
I
masks?
know they play poker. Hal, who you...
I know Hal.
You met him once.
I met him.
That's right.
He's kind of a timid fella.
Yeah. He plays poker with them. He was trying to protect Aaliyah from them and ended up joining the cult. Anyways, not important. He went to war too. He was in the hospital room with Aaliyah. Totally fine though, apparently. Completely okay. Anyways.
How'd she get shot and he's fine?
Okay,
Did
let
he
me
shoot her?
finish the story.
All right.
So, war occurs. As I understand it, Aaliyah, tried to be a part of the group that came in and...
To storm the hospital.
Storm the hospital.
What about patients being treated there?
Okay.
You know what? Sorry. Finish. Sorry. I just have so many questions.
It's not like a regular hospital, okay? I was kept prisoner in a portion of the hospital that is very much not hospital.
But what about the part I go to that is hospital?
She didn't storm that part. They just walked in like normal people, from what I understand.
Okay.
I'm going to envision it that way because I don't want to explain it any differently.
Okay.
All right. So she goes into what is like a security area, sort of,
Okay.
guarded by someone,
Mhm.
I assume, or at least a person behind a desk that is part of this underworld organization. I'm going to start calling it for the benefit of the doubt. Connected to Nigel. And instead of using her rifle or a gun, she decided to use a machete, I think, at first, and be stealthy about it. But she wasn't very quiet, and the guy heard her and shot her. Somewhere not quite vital, but enough to, like, make her pass out. But she lived. She lived. The Boars Club is very invested in keeping Aaliyah alive. So she was okay, but she did not successfully rescue me. And as far as I know, nobody from the Boar Club did either.
How are you here?
Great question. So I spent several days in a cell with a tiny slot in the bottom of the door.
Tiny what?
Slot.
Okay.
That they fed me something.
How many days did you spend there?
3.
3 days?
3, 4.
Okay.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
3 and a half, 3 or 4. It's kind of hazy.
Okay.
I didn't have really a method of keeping time. I had like a shit corner and a sleeping corner kind of deal. So, but then somebody came when it was not a meal time and led me down this very long hallway.
Who's someone?
Anthony is the easy answer. The long and complicated one is when I was working in St. Meredith's, I thought that I had made a friend in the guy who kept watch sometimes over the floor that I was supposed to be helping Holden with, and it turned out that he was actually on Nigel's side, and I have a really bad judge of character. So, yeah. Anyways, he came and got me. And took me to this viewing room, for lack of a better word, with like a chair in it and a giant glass window on one side, covered in like a big curtain that was then later pulled back to reveal 3 people and Nigel. And Nigel seemed to be auctioning me off to the highest bidder. Which may or may not have actually occurred, not really sure, not super clear on the whole thing. Anyways, so I heard gunshots, along with, I'm sure, the people on the other side heard gunshots, and so Nigel left to go see what was up, and then, well, not all of them, 2 of them, the other people, left. The third guy, like, really didn't move. He just, like, stayed and, like, didn't look alive at all. Anyways, he stayed. And I somehow smashed the window with the chair and then climbed through. And, like, I point to the gash on my arm. And then I was gonna run after the way that the other guys went, not Nigel, but the creepy dude was sitting on that side of the room, so I decided to go through the second door where Nigel left. And then I ended up going upstairs, which was good because I had come downstairs to get to this room, and I was back in a hallway. But then there were more gunshots, and so I tried to avoid the gunshots, and I ended up at the bottom of a staircase, and then Nigel showed up, and he was like, well, carry on up the stairs, and I was like, great, he's not gonna let me live if I don't go up the stairs. So I tried to, but then I got this like really awful vertigo, and so I kind of just had to like sit down, and that's kind of the last thing I remember except waking up here. I think that's the whole story. Oh, yesterday I went to the Boars Club to go and see Aaliyah, and I went to visit David so that I could get a loan because I don't have a wallet, or I didn't have a wallet or keys or anything, so I walked in the rain and my scrubs and a hoodie.
Who's David?
Dr. Reinhardt, my ex-boyfriend.
You got a loan from him?
$100.
That's not really a loan.
It is when things are like they are between us, okay?
Alright.
Anyways, and then
And
met up with everyone else.
okay, and you didn't tell any of this to David. I mean, your relationship aside, you trust him as a doctor.
Yes. He is a very good surgeon.
Oh, he's a surgeon.
He is.
Ah, not much good at diagnosing boo-boos then.
I mean,
Did he even ask about that?
I was wearing a hoodie at the time. He probably didn't even see it. But I'm not joking. If you want to go now, we can go to the hospital. I will 100% get checked out. That's totally fine. I can almost guarantee that I'm fine. I'm feeling great, in fact, aside from a few minor cuts and bruises and maybe a little malnourishment, which I'm remedying quite effectively.
Can you give me a spot hidden check?
Easy. I beat my hard. No, I don't.
Wrong character?
No. Sorry, I thought it was 26. It's 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't notice anything.
Womp womp.
So close.
Do you want... It's really not far. I'm borrowing Jake's car because I didn't really want to go back to the
I don't
hospital
really trust anything with Jake.
to get mine.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if his burner phones exploded on me
We
someday.
can go in your car if you prefer. That's fine. I just don't have my car, is all I'm saying. It's at the hospital and I don't really want to go back there.
So Nigel just let you go?
Can I do something to decide whether I think that he let me go or...
Well, what do you think? I don't think there's a role for that. It's just, what do you think? Do you think he let you go? Or do you think you passing out had some sort of thing?
I was maybe sold to the highest bidder of whatever entity decided to buy me. Not sure what that means, really, what the repercussions of that are, but how else do you explain, like, not remembering and waking up here?
And this didn't make the news.
This war?
I don't...
Red Hall is an odd place, but I don't think something that catastrophic is...
I don't think it was as, like...
Gunshots in a hospital.
I mean, like, it wasn't in the It was more like the no one can hear your screams section of the hospital.
Okay, how about that guy who forgot to die? What's going on with that?
Forgot to bleed.
Forgot to bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know. We don't know. But that was for Holden.
Yeah.
So...
I forget, did you also send that to Holden?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Yeah, she just sent it to us.
No.
Okay, so you were kidnapped, tortured, sold, all because Holden asked you to go interview a guy who forgot to bleed?
Yep. That sounds about right as far as summary goes.
What in the fuck? Let's go get you checked out. We gotta make sure you have a clean bill of health, and then we can try and sort through the rest of this fucking... I don't even know what you call this.
Okay.
Spectral soap opera, tall tale.
I guess, sure.
Let's go to the hospital. Let's go see David. Should we go see David?
We don't have to go. I was mostly
we can
just
do the walk-in.
melodramatizing the situation.
We can go see
We
any
can
other
just go
doc.
see any doctor.
There's
go
also
to
medic clinics,
go to
yeah.
a walk-in clinic. We don't have to go to the hospital.
If we go to... Well, maybe we should go see David, because if anyone else sees these injuries, they might be like, ooh, trouble.
I have a scratch on my arm and a few bruises. I'm really not... Like, I'm okay.
Okay, if we go to David, will he run scans without billing your insurance?
Fuck if I know. I honestly don't.
You could probably
I don't
charm
know how,
him into it.
I honestly... No, I don't think I could. You
I
have...
probably could.
Maybe.
Let's go see David.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, we're gonna take a break for YouTube. Da-da-da-da!